Blue balls? Static blue balls in the MCU now? What? Hey everyone, welcome to Immersive Impact. I'm Richard Lyles, and I'm just going to get straight into it. Today is crazy. Just hearing all the reports and everything from all the Marvel news that we have, it seems like Phase 4 through 5, and basically just throughout Marvel right now, especially with the MCU, it's just going to be big. Just thinking about it, like we already have, of course, Doctor Strange 2 is already called Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness. I mean, that means a lot of things. I have endless possibilities, endless meanings. For starters, off the top of my dome, all I could think of is like Multiverse of Madness. Okay, so the Multiverse of Madness is the MCU. So the MCU is going to cross over to what? To like a different reality live action MCU, like a live action 2099, a live action Ultimate Marvel, a live action What If. Who knows? They already told us that we could already possibly see different variations of characters already on screen, such as Tom Cruise as being Iron Man. I mean, that would be freaking sick. He was already set up to be cast for him in 2008's Iron Man, but of course, hey, Robert Downey Jr. beat him, and I'm kind of glad he did, because he actually cut up for the part. Foxx is Electro from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's going to be on Spider-Man 3. Already $1 billion box office movie already. That was just alone. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I understand. Jamie Foxx did come from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, he's probably considered like one of the lower end of villains when it comes to like Spider-Man villains, especially when it comes to like box office performance and stuff like that. And not box office, but just performance in the films. Like, he's probably like low level tier villain. But I don't know, it's Jamie Foxx. He's an Oscar winning actor. Like, how you don't want him back in your movies? Like, hey, you know what? You ain't got the same writers. You don't have the same script that Jamie used. Throw him a new script, Kevin. Kevin, that's what you're gonna do. Throw him a new script. Take off that blue. Throw him that yellow and green suit on. You know, give him a starfish face. You know, right here in the snap on his face. Give him all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let him go. I guarantee you, he's gonna give you that Oscar winning performance, and you're gonna make that Oscar winning money. Hey, come on. It's Spider-Man 3. They're gonna go big. This is their second time making the third film franchise of movies that they've been making for like literally years, for like almost 2 decades now. Like, come on, guys. They gotta go big. We already have Michael Keaton Vulture. We already have Jake Gyllenhaal Mysterio. Hey, make it them. Make it Electro. All right, you know, I understand that they already used him, and this is the first time Spider-Man franchise is actually using a villain that they already used and then using them all over again. Like, I know it's their first time using, but hey, like, I understand, like, Spider-Man have a huge rogue gallery list of characters, but, you know, you bringing back Electro to make the Sinister Six, excuse me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what they're heading towards. That's what we all want them to head towards. That's what I want Spider-Man 3 to be about. If it is going to be about it, who knows? It's probably a setup, but who knows? They're going to get there. Multiverse right now is becoming so big, this Spider-Verse. Oh my gosh, like the fact that he's coming over, that leaves possibilities to like, okay, so you already got like, what, 3 people already on, you got Electro. You got Rhino. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You got Vulture. You got Mysterio. How about, excuse me, I forgot his name. Thomas Church. How about Thomas Church Sandman? Wow. He comes back. Bam. You get him. How about, I don't know, Chameleon. That dude, Dimitri, that been driving the bus. Peter Parker been giving him a headache the whole time in Far From Home. Let him be the Chameleon. Let him come on board. They could ball all out. I'm sorry, they basically could ball all out. Especially, example, Norman Osborn. Yes, we done seen like 3 iterations of the Green Goblin. But if you actually put him back in the MCU, I ain't saying right now at this moment, but eventually, like, It's so many endless stories you could have, not just with him and Spider-Man interactions, but like, come on, he's a big company in New York City. There's a lot of other superheroes and villains that live in New York City. He just don't fight Spider-Man. Yeah, that's his main villain, his enemy, but he fight other people also. Like, yes, like villains, certain superheroes, iconic villains fight other superheroes. They even fight other villains. Like, they just not stand on people to them. All right, they do other stuff. Like, they just not stuck to one street, y'all. They go a few more blocks. All right, they're not that scared, you know. That's why they wear colorful costumes and have cheap laughs. But yeah, now, how is this gonna happen? Like, I've just been thinking about this. Like, okay, you have past Marvel characters, actors that haven't been in literally movies for probably decades, half a decade, 2 decades. And there's a chance that they probably could come back in these movies, come back in the MCU. Because I see it already. Like, Kevin Feige. Was that an earthquake? Oh no, it's just my Bigfoot touching my tripod. But like I was saying, Kevin Feige, he's a big fan of Spider-Man. Kevin Feige, big fan of X-Men. Kevin Feige is a big fan of all this stuff. He want to make sure that all these characters that he have and he's trying to utilize, he's trying to make sure they all is in his sandbox. He's trying to make sure all of them are in his sandbox, all the toys. He's trying to make sure he have his Avengers toys. He's trying to make sure he has his mutant toys, his X-Mans. He's trying to make sure he have his Spider-Man toys. Every single piece is, because every single piece plays a part in his giant sandbox. And he's going to make sure he utilize every single toy. He's going to make sure they superposable. Yes, like, you could spin their hands around, you could move their backs and everything. You can move their wrists. Like, he's going to make sure he could play the hell out these toys. I'm sorry, he really is. Because he's trying to make the big bucks. He's trying to make the big productions. He's trying to make the real good stories that really going to pop, that's really going to set it off for the next decade. Like, he's trying to bring us something new that, even though DC right now is trying to catch up to them and bam, put out their stuff, because I ain't gonna lie, DC is amazing, but we're talking about Marvel right now. But I just have to bitch, you know. But like, they're trying to catch up to what Marvel doing. So Marvel was like, okay, we see y'all trying to catch up. We want y'all to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Because come on, there's always been toe-to-toe DC and Marvel. We want DC to catch up with them. But now they about to hit them with this banger. Multiverses this, multiverses that. We're not going back to the past no more. We already done did that. Y'all already about to drop a movie that's already in 2021 that you have to go to the past. With Flash, with Ezra Miller's Flash. Like, we're not doing that no more. We already done did that in 2019, had to go back to the past. Bam, we got something different. We about to go multiverse traveling. Yes. Yes, I get it. DC already been doing it. And they have been doing it lovely. Kevin Feige is trying to mirror that same, that energy. He's trying to mirror that same picture that DC is drawing. And he's seeing like how big of that opportunity is. He see how big that can be. He see the stories that you could do with that. Like, think about it. Like, he's been with he's been with Marvel since 2000 that I know of, since the first X-Men. Like, and he's still here now. He's the Godfather now. Like, he knows what he wants to do. He knows, like, hey, if there's some need for me to bring back Wesley Snipes' Blade, even though he haven't played Blade in like a decade and a half, like, hey, I'm gonna bring him back. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what? Instead of just bringing Wesley Snipes' Blade, how about I could bring back Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine. That would be nice. Bring him back. You know what I'm saying? For like some type of Secret Wars. Because there always been speculations that Marvel was going to make a Secret Wars. So how about you could bring these characters back? Not for like actual, multiple movies and stuff. Maybe just for like one. Like, all right, Marshall Allah. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. Yes, I understand that he's already cast as Blade. But bam. Have Wesley Snipes come back as Blade. Those two meet. You know what I'm saying? Bam. they somehow jumped to the Spideyverse franchise and they had to go fight Moreland, or they had to go fight Morbius. Bam, they fight. Oh, they hash it out. Bam, they're friends. Now they about to group together. Bam, they about to head over to go meet Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Bam, he go. They unite with them. You know what you got there? You know what you got there already? Marvel Knights. Bam. Marvel Knights. That means you just connected like literally 2 decades of property, and you just put them and connected them all together, just all in one movie. That would be so amazing. And this is something that they're doing. This is something that Kevin Feige is heading for. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Just give it to me. Just give me. I'm ready to eat it. I'm just ready to eat it, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Like, this is great. Like, I just can't wait for, like, WandaVision, because WandaVision is setting everything. House of M actually mean House of Multiverse. House of Multiverse. Y'all, this is how they gonna do it. WandaVision is literally the House of Multiverses. Not mutants, multiverses. They're going to bring the mutants. They're going to bring the Spideyverses. They're going to bring any other Marvel properties from any other decade through Wanda, through Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This is how it's going to lay the groundwork for all this to come. Pietro Maximoff, as we know him in in the X-Men series, Peter Quicksilver. Well, there's already been speculation or some truth behind it that Evan Peters is in WandaVision. People are already wondering, hey, is he going to play Quicksilver? You know, just like his Quicksilver character in X-Men? Or is he going to play an entirely new character like Mephisto, which I would totally love. Like, if he's in Mephisto, you know how many movies he could be in? Like, literally, like Mephisto done laid the groundwork in a lot of comics. Evan Peters, bam, coming over to the universe. Peter coming over to the MCU to be cast as Quicksilver. Come on over to be Wanda's brother. That's going to lead the door to those other properties. Those other properties over at Fox, at 25th Street Fox. I mean, well, is that Marvel now? But yeah, at Fox. As in Hugh Jackman coming. The New Mutants that just came out. Like, I'm pretty sure those actors who just made that movie, they was promised, like, you know, 2-3 movies, 2-3 pictures that they was going to be. But once they signed that contract, they only found out, hey, well, this is only going to be a one movie deal now. So sorry about that. So y'all butt out. But if there's some way that you could actually keep those characters, that would be great. Like, I've seen the New Mutants. Yeah, it's a generic, basic movie, but I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. The characters wasn't bad. Anna Taylor-Joy, I think I said her name right. Excuse me if I didn't. Her magic, Ileana, is great. I loved her. That's one of my favorite X-Men mutants, actually. She's literally in my top 4 when it comes to X-Men mutants. She is amazing. I thought she did really great. Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, like, come on, she killed the Night King. How you cannot have the Night King Slayer in the MCU? Bring her back. Bring her back as Wolfbane, you know? If she's not back as Wolfbane, bring her back as another character. We need Maisie. She's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me at Immersive Impact. I had such a great time with y'all, just blabbering my mouth and talk about everything that is Marvel. But you know what? Y'all have a good day. I'm going to have a good day myself so I can load up my next video to give to y'all. Hey, we just going to ride this coaster, y'all. We call it MCU. Catch y'all later.